Hello, faithful. Welcome to this show. It's Tuesday, and NXT was on, and unfortunately, we had to watch it, so we did, and now we'll talk to you about it. This is Alexi, and always there is the Kate.
It's the Sour Grabs Post Show for October 28th. Get in your super chats. Get in your humper chats. Subscribe to FightfulSelect.com. It is our lifeblood. We appreciate it. Scoops always going up on that site. Bonus reviews from our puppet masters back there as well every Monday and Fridays for that guy. Plenty of scoops back there. Steve Macklin's contract news went up there earlier today. Chelsea Green gonna be with this company for 5 more years at least. Good stuff happening at FightfulSelect.com. Also, don't forget to sponsor the Fightful Awards. You can contact Kate at Kate@Fightful.com. Don't go through Sean because Kate gets a commission when you go through her. And I'm high maintenance. Okay. I just had to have eye surgery. Puppet insurance is not great. Okay. So get her that bag because she deserves it.
Oh my God. Thank you. That's so nice. What a nice thing for you to say. Of course.
Okay, so there's good news and there is bad news. So everyone who watched the Halloween Havoc show, you saw that I had been possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes. And then I was also possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes on the post-Raw show last night. So here we're able to find an exorcist who is willing to work for cheap. And he was able to perform an exorcism on me. And so I am no longer possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes. Me, Alexi, the Bulgarian puppet, back to normal. The good news is Alexi, the puppet, is no longer possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes. But as I said, there is some bad news. Because I'm possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes.
No.
I'm here. That's right, baby. That's right, puppets. That's all. We're here. We did an exorcism, and my soul jumped out of the puppet, you understand, and into this guy over here. So that is who I'm going to be for the rest of this evening. Get used to it. If you don't like a puppet, there's the door. He's been like this all day. I really want to quit.
We can do that? I didn't know we could switch souls. We can switch souls? Yeah, we can switch souls. I didn't know that, but I don't know. I said kind of looked more like Bob Ross than Dusty Rhodes.
There's nothing we could do about the hair. Trust me, I tried.
No,
but
sure.
My colorist apparently died in 2012. So it's hard to find a new girl when you need one, if you know what I mean, if you will.
I believe we got George Michael last week.
That's right. No, I did a rendition of Faith by George Michael. If anybody would like to request more songs by George Michael, or perhaps by Wham with an exclamation point, then I would gladly sing those songs as well when it comes to jukeboxes. But I'm here. Listen, you tried to force Dusty out. You tried to say, Dusty, get the hell out of here. We replaced you with the damn puppet. I don't know why this is my fault. I had nothing to do with this. Trust me, if I could go back in time and stay on the boat and not come over here, I swear to God I would. You shut up now. I don't want to talk to the puppet no more. Dusty time.
Have you been around Jamie Lee Curtis or Lindsay Lohan? We must know, because this is Freaky Friday, but it's Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. It's a topsy-turvy Tuesday. That's what it is.
Get in your super chats. Get in your humper chats at humperchats.com. Leave a thumbs up on this video because I don't know what I'm in for tonight. Because first, on Saturday, we had haunted puppets. That was the scariest thing about Saturday. Nothing was wreaking havoc in a Halloween-like way at all.
There's no spookiness. There
Today,
was absolute honesty. There was zero spookiness on Saturday.
None. Wasn't great. And now, it would seem Dusty has inhabited the body of my host, of Alex. So
Me Norma says, if this is your first time here, yes, this is normal.
yeah, we got puppets. Our internet usually gets hacked by various people, but in this case, it just took over Alex. And honestly, I love that for us. So
Yeah, I love it for us too. Tim McFall also loves it for us and for himself. This is the best show on the internet, if you will. It is, and you will.
it got better when the puppet showed up. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's right. Should we try to talk about this terrible episode of NXT? Listen,
We can. What do you want to do? I'll be back. She's gonna be back. She had successful eye surgery, as you can see.
congratulations on the successful surgery.
It took multiple surgeries, but her little eyeball popped off, but it's back now.
I'm so glad. That is terrible. Listen, if you know Vader had his eyeball pop out in a match against Stan Hansen, and he was able to wake it back in during the match. That Vader, he's up here somewhere. I don't know where he is, but man, do not mess with him. Even in ghost form, he will kick your ass.
Alex, Dusty, whoever you are.
That's right. It's Dusty,
honestly,
baby. Yes.
Having your eye popped out sounds like hard times.
It's the hardest of times, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds
you don't want to know that. That would be terrible. The ocular trauma that you suffer. You don't like it. It's bad. But Stan Hansen was known to pop out an eye or two.
Sure.
He hit really hard.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
So
Dusty, I don't even know how to do this. Did you watch NXT, Dusty?
I watched it, man. I wish I had not, but I did.
Okay.
Whew, baby, that was not the best programming.
I feel somewhat vindicated because I don't know how much you tend to be here every week. You're a pretty loyal watcher.
Yep, I am.
And I've been saying that I feel like the show is a little too crowded with other things. And I felt very vindicated by that tonight because we got 3 new sets of champions coming out of Halloween Havoc. New tag champs, new women's North America champ, new world champ on the women's side. And today we had a speed champion vacate, a men's speed champion, the Evolve women's champion, who, while I think is fantastic, like, there's just too much going on the show. I think it's pretty obvious we're doing Halloween puns, by the way. We probably should have announced that to the chat, but
yeah, we're doing Halloween puns. However, the special dispensation for this particular episode of NXT, since they just want to repeat stuff over and over and over again, like it's Groundhog Day, we were thinking perhaps Bill Murray movie puns. If you want to squeeze some of them in, that's fine. I'm sure there's lots of puns from Ghostbusters, which kind of fits in with the Halloween theme as well. Did we lose me or did we lose Kate?
I kind of feel like I think you lost me because I was trying to see if we had any Humper chats up. I don't know how I feel about you possessing my host and making creative calls like that. I feel like you're introducing a whole other holiday into this in Groundhog Day. That feels like you've gone a little over.
Introduced Groundhog Day when they decided to do the same thing over and over again.
You know what? When you're right, you're right. When you're right, Dusty. Also, if you give us money to read things, we're going to read it. But I'll pull up this. JW Pringle saying amazing Al. Killer Kate, powerful Papa Paul Elizabeth, and all the SGS. House Elizabeth Pringle supports puppets and possessions. Long live the SGS. Well, thank you so much. Brother Pringle. 'Cause, 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 'c Tom LaValle saying it. I feel like I should read super chats because you're the rookie around here right
That's
now.
fine.
But nice to see Alexia over that possession from last night. Tell me about it. Hope Kate's lungs are getting better. And she can sing again soon. I appreciate the well wishes. Today did not feel like the day that was true, but it's very kind of you. This is a not fun week in that regard because I got twice a week stressing those things out, which isn't great, but
terrible.
it's not the best. It's not the best. Kind of like this episode of NXT. Some good, some bad, a lot repetitive. This is normally where I throw it to Alex, but now everything feels very weird.
I'm prepared to host. Listen, I did not listen. The thing is that the ghost has possessed the host of the show, but there is still some vestiges of him within the corporeal form. So I believe that I will still be able to host as normal, just using my own flair, if you will. Not Ric Flair, because screw that guy, but my own Dusty Flair. That sounds awful, like I was his brother or something. But I'm not.
I am kind of embarrassed to admit this, but like I am pretty new to possessions. Like I'm familiar, but like I don't, to my knowledge, I haven't been possessed. I don't like know a ton of people who are, so I don't like know how this works. So you're just gonna have through the show. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, we're good. We're gonna start out with the fact that.
Oh no, is my internet possessed? One of ours is.
Oh, what somebody is. I mean, it appears as though I have good internet, but how can you trust anything StreamYard says? So, this will be terrible. So here we go. I hope everybody other people are watching. Can they tell us which one of us has bad internet? It's Kate. Okay, well, good. I'm glad it's Kate and not mine.
I'm back to normal, I feel like now.
Okay, no,
right?
we're good.
I'm good now.
You just sit there and look pretty, baby, while I talk about how NXT has no idea how to move on from certain storylines that feel like they might have been a one and done. Trick Williams was definitively beaten by Ricky Saints. And he appears to think that there's some kind of controversy about the result of the match that he had at Halloween Havoc. And there is no controversy. He is very upset about losing clean. It's awesome. Also, it's fantastic. They decided to steal the storyline of the world title from AEW because Samoa Joe also has a very big problem with him losing clean to the world champion and has decided to be a sore loser about it. He's a sourpuss, and he has decided that I'm going to force the issue. And so Trick Williams is running around backstage, intimidating people who work there, and then he wants to find Ricky Saints, and he finally gets out to the arena, to the warehouse there, gets in the ring and says, "Hey, let's talk about it. Ricky Saints, you come out here because I'm Trick Williams, damn it." And then Ava's like, "Trick, you lost clean, buddy. Get the hell out of the ring." And Trick cuts more promo that is entirely unnecessary. And then here comes Ricky Saints, who has decided that I also would like this to continue, even though I won clean, and it is my right as the champion to move the hell on from this. He says, "Let's go down to the ring and we'll fight, and security will separate us." And so that happens no fewer than 3 more times during the show, but also they want to make sure that we see all of this in replay form at least, let's say, a dozen times during the show. It is entirely too much based around this match that what happened on Halloween Havoc and ended definitively with one man pinning the other, and so therefore you move on. But NXT says, no, we want to stay here for a while. And we want to ruin most of the show with this angle. So that is how the night began.
I feel like it just being kind of an unceremonious clean win for Ricky sets us back. Because I actually I thought the go home segment between these two felt like a hot angle. I feel like it's different than the Samoa Joe one because Samoa Joe turned heel off of it. This has a little less to it because of that. Like Trick was just already a heel who lost clean on the first one. So the motivation to run it back should have been more of a motivation, quite frankly. Like there should have been more of a reason to do so. I feel like that makes a little more sense in story. I kind of assumed this was going to be a trilogy of sorts, but I didn't think it would be a trilogy where the first one was just a clean win over over the challenger. Like that doesn't tend to work well. I usually like angles where people can't just stop beating each other up throughout the show. Like it's just a cheesy, corny wrestling thing that I've loved and accepted for a long time. But this was, again, because the show was so crowded, just like a little overwrought. And I feel like both of these guys have that thing that's kind of special in wrestling of like, they're pretty good at making everything count with what they're given. What they're given isn't always great, but with what they're given, like, they're pretty efficient with it. And I feel like doing this between those two guys maybe wasn't warranted because I'm not sure what all the heat's about. Like it was just a clean win that a guy got over another guy. And Trick doesn't seem like he should be the sour loser. As much as I support all things sour on this show. So that's not my favorite. I am intrigued to see what more these two can do because it didn't feel like we got a complete story out of that. So I'm intrigued by these two working together more. I just feel like we're off to kind of a rough start with this. But again, when you have 74,000 different things going on the show, it's angles like this just feel really disruptive and makes my ADHD a little bit more splintered, even more so.
Yeah, this is. You ever hear the expression? Well, this never would have happened if I was still alive. You know, you like it's not. You use it as they use it as a person who actually is in the third person, but it's me. If I was still around, I would never let them book like this because this is a trilogy. This is not how you do this. If you're going to have a trilogy of matches, it is very important that the first one be inconclusive, and the second one be slightly less inconclusive, and then the third one be conclusive. That is how you book a trilogy of matches. I'm not sure how we're doing this. Like that doesn't make no sense. This is not good. Please stop.
Especially when you had like Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Carmen Petrovich, who we haven't seen in forever, by the way, advertised for Halloween Havoc. Like I was so expecting. I guess I was like expecting this feud to continue because I thought for sure we were getting either a non-finish or somebody getting cost the title or Ricky retaining off of a DQ or whatever at the end of Halloween Havoc. And that's not my favorite way to go about stuff, but it's their favorite way to go about stuff. And it would make sense for us. There's no real reason Ricky Saints should want to put up his title against Trick again. So
because apparently Trick running his mouth means that Ricky Saints is dumb, I guess. That's how that works. There's a 1-to-1 correlation. And I don't understand why, but that is how it's gonna be, if you will. So after this, we had some commercials, and then we had a 3-minute match, and then we had some more commercials because this show wants to punish you for having watched it. That is what this show wants to do. So there was a couple of promos, the packages, vignettes, if you will.
Vignettes.
That's a different way of pronouncing it, but yes, indeed. There are a couple of vignettes for Axiom and also for Jasper Troy. Now, does Axiom have new music, or have they just never used Fraxium on SmackDown on TV in a very long time? Because I have not heard that music in a while.
they rhymed Axiom with Platinum, which is not a rhyme and also terrible. So please, listen, Triple H, if you can hear the sound of my voice, fire Death Rebel. They are terrible. So it is a little guy with a mask versus the largest Jacob Marley you have ever seen in a production of A Christmas Carol, because he comes out with those chains on him. And everybody, that is David versus Goliath. And if you thought David was actually going to win the match, then I have a bridge to sell you in Prescott Valley, Arizona. There ain't no bridges there because it's in the desert. So if it does exist, I'm not sure. So here's the thing. Ricky, Axiom, he tries very hard. He's very, very good. He drags a good match out of Jasper Troy. But Jasper Troy beats him with the Black Hole Slam, which in my day was the Boss Man Slam. But apparently they would rather honor a current
Chris
producer
Cornell.
for Raw in Abyss than they would like to honor Ray Traylor, a Hall of Famer. So they just changed the name from the Boss Man Slam to the Black Hole Slam because why not? And that's what they're going to do. So he wins with the Black Hole Slam. And we had Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne were in the audience in masks. I assume it was them. They were wearing masks. It might have been a couple of 5'8" guys just sitting there. But yeah, they were there watching it, and their boss is gonna get beat by Jasper Troy in 2 weeks' time on an episode of NXT.
That'll be a hard time.
That's gonna be a hard time for El Grande Germanicano.
I hate the speed title so much, and I don't understand why Axiom isn't on Raw contending for tag titles or being tag team champions. I just don't get it. Like, they're at least doing literally anything now on SmackDown, but like, it's the same thing over and over again with like, dissension between us, but we never really break up. We're just comically never on the same page. And that's they do well with that. They do well with that character-wise. However, they had so much momentum on their way up to the main roster, and it's just all dissipated to the point where I crashed out. The Axiom was in this tournament. Justified crash out, getting more justified week over week. It's also an incredible misuse of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate being in the roles that they're in, and I just don't understand how you look at the caliber of wrestler all of those guys are, and the wrestler or the roles that they were given, and say this is the right use of these guys. Like it's just bad. I will say I'm not gonna ever like the El Grande Americano angle, but Ludwig Kaiser has like made it a thing. Like he's at least like done something with it that's gotten away from, because he can actually speak Spanish and has such a C-wordy way about him when he's like walking with the mask on and stuff. He's at least like been able to kind of do something with it. Everything else around it is just really, really rough. And also, like, when I think speed title, I understand why it's going to be Jasper Troy. Because, like, who's going to be that guy in 4 minutes? He's this big bad monster. But it's called the speed title. And I would say that guy, not the speediest. Like, not what I think of when I think.
Like, no, but that's true. But also, you probably shouldn't have a guy from Raw defending a title that is the NXT property, because they do too much of that crossover as it is.
I just don't understand why we had to get rid of the Heritage Cup and why we had to keep these alive. Get your priorities together.
I believe Alex has, listen, I watched the product. I believe Alex has explained this to you. 1 round of the Heritage Cup is 2 minutes. So if you do at least 4 rounds of that, that's 8 minutes. They want matches to fit under 5 minutes. This one is 3 minutes.
Don't come on here and tell me about my own show, Dustin. Okay, you can't possess another host and tell me what he says from week to week. I understand the concept. I think it sucks. My point is, Ghost, if you are you Patrick Swayze? I don't know. My point is, if you're going to have a title that has a stipulation around it and different rules that feels like it isn't in the traditional hierarchy of championship devices, why would you trade one that's great for something that sucks? I know about the time. It's hard times is what it is.
That's
And
right.
also,
It's hard times.
get on the right side of the screen, the correct side of the screen. And don't you dare take my banner away ever again.
Sorry.
You are not Alex Pulowski, and you're certainly not Alex Pulowski, wrestling writer. You are Dusty Rhodes.
That's right. I'm the ghost of Dusty Rhodes. That's what I am. So, here's the deal. Jasper Troy, this is what they got for this is him. He had a world title match 4 minutes into being signed by the company. He's a speed champion. This is a symptom of their terrible illness. They have a sickness where they cannot figure out if they want to push a guy or not. So they do say, hey, let's push you for 5 minutes and then do nothing with you for 5 weeks. And they will try pushing you again to a smaller place than the first place we were pushing you. And it becomes a problem when being done so often as they do.
I also like people say AEW has too many championships, and I usually agree. NXT Evolved TNA LFG has too many championships.
Don't forget Triple R. Triple R still in there as well.
And the speed titles. There's way too like my thing about having so many championships around is not only can you not sustain enough creative for that many titles, you just realistically no company can because your roster is just spread in this way. And then on top of that, if everybody has a title, none of them are important. Because the thing with titles is people are supposed to be chasing them. So if everybody's got one, like this is what drives me nuts on AEW. It's like, well, this person's ROH champion and they're challenging for this title. If you are a casual and you're tuning in, you're like, who is important in this? Because you're telling me that everybody's blanket important in this. Now, I think it's pretty obvious when you hear WWE speed title, we're not talking world title level stuff. We're not like, oh, I bet that's 10 pounds of gold right there. Nope. But it's just too damn much. Chad is saying you're a Guy Fieri.
No, I'm not Guy Fieri. Did Guy Fieri get a perm? That's not this. His hair sticks straight up. This is not Guy Fieri. His
hair is even blonder than Dusty's on a good day.
His hair is white. It's shower white hair. My hair is usually golden blonde, but as I said, my usual colorist died in 2012. So I gotta find a new one, and it's different. I gotta get my roots touched up. And when I say roots, I mean all of my head. Hypothetically, when a wig was ordered, the wig on the website looked very blonde. Hypothetically. But we're making do with what we got.
I respect it.
So speaking of making do with what we got.
Blake Christian, people are saying.
Oh, Blake Christian. Oh, yes. I am Vanilla Baby. So speaking of making do with what we got or what we don't got. Ava is with Soul Ruca in the back. And I just talked to the medical team, and they say you are making great progress. So as of last week, 1 week ago today, the prognosis was, oh my God, you might never wrestle again. You might also wrestle 2 weeks from now. We have terrible doctors who do not know the difference between a career-ending knee injury and a sprain. So, and so now, a week later, your prognosis is good, but we don't want to rush you back too fast, aka the whole thing's a work. Then we get her saying, what do you want to do about your speed title? would you? He said, Ava says, this is awkward, because Zarya is standing right there. Would you like to have somebody else, wink, wink, defend that title for you too? And Zarya seems to think that she aced the interview on Saturday and is going to get the job of defending this title too. And Soul's like, no, I don't think so. I think this division deserves a fighting champion. So I'm going to vacate the speed title. And then Ava says, okay, well, in that case, we will start a new tournament to crown a new women's speed champion next week. So they did a work injury to take 2 title belts off of Sol Ruca. That sounds great. Then she says, I'm going to rehab like hell so that I can come back and regain both of these titles. She says, and then she pauses for effect. And then she says, the title that I never lost in the first place. Knowing that Zarya is standing right there, and then Zarya is like, huh, and she just walks out. And so I thought tonight was going to be no, Zarya is staying, not turning heel. And this is, they decided, no, we only want to turn one woman heel tonight, and we have chosen the wrong one. So Zarya, you will continue to just follow around Sol Ruca like a puppy dog. That is what we hired you for, Delta Brady. We watched you beat the stuffing out of ladies in Australia, and we said we would like to hire you and have you follow around a surfer girl like a little lost puppy dog. That is your role in this company, if you will.
Pretty passive aggressive there, Miss Ruca of the soul variety. I just want to see Zarya kick people's asses. Like, we've waited so long to get to this point, and the fact that we're not getting the payoff of her just destroying people, like, not great. And in addition to destroying people, like, I don't know, when I think of her matches with Jessica Troy in Australia, I don't even think about the, like, brutality part. Like, she can also, like, wrestle. So I also want to see that from her. I don't want to see this. And I also don't know what she has to gain from being friends with Sol Ruca anymore. So, like, hopefully we find out that her friendship was completely motivated by championships. That would be nice.
That'd be nice, but no. Tatum Paxley comes out. He got a character specific title entrance where she holds the title down by her side, and the camera focuses on it very close, and then she brings her hand up slowly up her body, and the camera focuses on the title, and then she holds it above her head, and then the camera pans out, and it is her, and then Izzy, and then Sean Spears, and then Nico Vance, and they're on a line. And the reason I know this by heart is because they did the exact same entrance twice. So I was able to memorize exactly how they did it, because they did the exact same entrance twice tonight. The first time was Tatum to come out and get "You Deserve It" chants, and then she does deserve it. Good for your Tatum Paxley. However, the booking, the Booker man, not Booker T, the other Booker man, Shawn Michaels, he does not deserve it, because he should have booked her to win a title match at any point in the past year. Not a title match, win a singles match at any match. Any singles match in the past year would be nice for her to win one before she became a women's champion. She said, I can't believe that I have waited so long for this opportunity. And I said, well, you have had opportunities. You have had opportunities at a lot of singles matches, and you have been booked to lose all of them. So it should not be surprising to you that it was hard for you to get a title shot, because usually winning grants you those. Usually. So, not in WWE though. Anyway, so she says that I want to be a fighting champion. I want everybody who also feels like they don't get opportunities to have a shot at this. So I know a lot of people, including everybody on this show,
even me, I was also not happy about this.
a lot of people were disappointed that they did not spin a wheel at Halloween Havoc. And apparently Tatum Paxley watches the show. Hello, Tatum. How you doing? Hello, Tatum. Tatum Paxley watches the show, and so she says, hey, I brought my own wheel. But we're not going to spin the wheel and make the deal for the type of match. We are going to spin the wheel and make the deal for the person I'm going to face tonight. And so she says, I want everybody to have an equal shot at having an opportunity. You know, people who don't normally get opportunities, which is why it is so fantastic that the wheel that she spins is gimmicked to land on the woman who had the most recent title opportunity, not named Tatum Paxley. That's great. It's so great that women who don't get opportunities are on this wheel, if you will. But the person who wins the opportunity is a person who just had an opportunity. So Lola Vice is the name that the wheel lands on just by happenstance. And so it is going to be Tatum Paxley versus Lola Vice tonight. By the way, there's a little bit of drama here. Izzy says, you should not be the type of champion who just hands out matches to anybody, willy-nilly. And then also, Izzy Deem, her name is not on the wheel, and if you will. And Tatum Paxley says, but I know that I don't ever want to fight Izzy Deem for this title because I don't want anything to come between us. And I know Izzy feels the same way. And to illustrate the fact that she does not, in fact, feel the same way, they showed a close-up of her face, and she, in fact, does not feel the same way about this. She would like a title match sooner rather than later. And I think she will, at some point, force that to happen. But we spun the wheel, and we made the deal. The deal is Tatum Paxley versus Lola Vice.
Enormous asked in the chat if Lola Vice was Latina, and that's actually what she came on here to say, was that she is in fact Latina. So since that question was already answered, the felt Tina joke is now null and void. So thanks for ruining the bit, Meet Enormous.
The thing about it is you did not have to call attention to the chat. Nobody would have known if you had not called attention to the chat.
It's Meet Enormous. He's a superstar in our chat. Like, come on.
Meet Enormous is a superstar. There's no doubt about it. He's got his bona fides.
Alex, I'm very conflicted on this because, like, the Izzy, her not being on the wheel, all that, that's fine. Here's what I'm conflicted about. Should I be excited that that WWE listened to their audience? And by their audience, I mean mostly me being annoyed on Saturday. That they did not have a wheel that got spun to make deals. I'm conflicted because normally you say, thank you, professional wrestling company, for listening to your fans. In fact, it's great to give fans what they want. However, is today Halloween Havoc, Dusty?
It's not. It is not, in fact, Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc was a Saturday. This is a Tuesday.
Alexi, is today Halloween Havoc?
No, it is not Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc was this past Saturday, and today is a Tuesday.
Chat, is today Halloween Havoc? No, it's not. It's spinning wheels that make deals is Halloween Havoc specific. And I feel like some part of me should be able to be at peace because wheels were spun and a deal was made. However, it feels as though it is out of place because that is very closely associated with a specific show. And it ain't just NXT before Halloween. But I give Taters credit because she should be spinning wheels and making deals. There's just a time and a place, you know?
There is. And that time is Saturday, and that place is whatever tiny, piddly ass arena they got in Prescott Valley.
Prescott Valley.
Whatever.
Oh, no, we're not letting that shit slide. We are not letting
it's fine, whatever.
people reinvent how vowels work in this country.
Listen,
because
when I was touring, on the roads, we passed through Prescott Valley, and I called it that, and I almost got killed outside of a Denny's because those people there do not play. So they're not very friendly in
Are you sure that's not just because you were like at a Denny's? Are you sure it wasn't a Waffle House? Because
it wasn't a Waffle House. They don't have those in Arizona. They are very anti Waffle House and everything. This was back in the 70s, Jack. They ain't got no Waffle Houses in Arizona in the 70s. Oh no.
Chad, did the Blue Jays win? Sorry for the sidebar. They were up 6-2 last I saw. Dusty, do you like baseball?
I mean, yeah, I was a Braves fan back in the day.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mostly did hoops. I was a hoopster.
We know that about you.
I was a very good basketball player back in my day. I could drain them from outside, from 3-point land. Bang! That was me. Dusty
we
Rose.
have footage of such a thing.
That's right. I was like Fat Larry Bird, just out there, just draining them. Swish, 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 swish.
Dusty, are you going to be anything for Halloween? Are you just going to be Alex?
Listen, I am a podcaster for Halloween.
Okay, respect it.
There we go.
I respect it.
That is honestly a very dope. If your child comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to be a podcaster for Halloween," just empty everything out of their bank accounts. There you go.
That's it. That's all you need to do.
That's all you gotta do.
Get them a Blue Yeti and an overdrawn checking account. That's it.
That is right. Just yep. There you go. So Trick Williams still wants to know, hey, has anybody I already found Ricky Saints, but apparently they separated us to opposite ends of the arena and then just let us go. So I'm walking around looking for them in the warehouse some more. You know what they really should do with the PC is find a way to make it not look like a warehouse. Find a way to make it not look like the back corner of a Home Depot while people are walking around back there. Because it is, what are they storing there at the PC? What are all the things you got to have in the PC warehouse? Is there like pallets of toilet paper back there? What you got up on them shelves?
Probably defunct heritage cups of yore.
It's possible. It's possible.
Probable. I'd even say probable.
All right. Well, that's fine. Whatever you say. Anyway, Kendal Gray is there. She's the Evolve Women's Champion. Ren Sinclair is there. Ren is a really bad pep talker, and Kendal is not too. He is not too receptive of the advice being imparted to her by Ren Sinclair, but she does want Ren at ringside with her for her match against Lash Legend. Lash, this was a fantastic way to make me believe that the Evolve Women's Champion ain't ready for this. Because Lash Legend just whooped her ass 6 ways from Sunday all over the damn ring. And finally, Kendal Gray hit a flatliner and won. Don't do that. That is bad. You could have a back and forth match. Kendal Gray is strong. I don't know if you can see her while you are booking the matches, but she is strong. She has muscles in her back and arms and shoulders, and she could easily lift up Lash Legend. She is not facing Haystacks Calhoun. She can lift Lash Legend. You can allow her to do suplexes to Lash Legend. You could make this into, if not a 50-50 match, then at least into a 60-40 match. What you did was a 90-10 match where you made sure we all got to watch as Kendal Gray fought from underneath as a white meat babyface. And Lash Legend, again, whooped her damn ass all over the damn ring. And that is not what we should do. We should make Kendal Gray, the new Evolve champion, look like she can handle herself to the point where when she hits her damn finisher on Lash Legend and pins her, Vic Joseph says that's got to be considered a very big upset. Then you have booked your champion wrong, people. Please don't do that no more, if you will.
And I, of course, will. I'm just going to keep hammering the same nail here. There's not any breathing room on this product. So when was the last time Lash Legend got a singles win on television? The problem is, Lash is supposed to be, and is, by looking at her, this insanely strong, dominant force of the women's division. But, she should be squashing people every other week then. You know what I mean? There's so many instances where, I don't hate the move you made, Tatum Paxley winning the title, but they should have some wins on television to justify you telling me that they're good at this. So, I would just like to see Lash go on a run of 4 or 5 dominant wins. Again, you have the Evolve Women's Champion. Get 4 other Evolve talent that aren't doing a whole heck of a lot that could benefit from one rep where they get their ass kicked until she works her way to the Evolve champion. Simple stuff. But it's no, we have to get this speed match on the show. Who gives a crap, man? I don't know.
Lash Legend won a match versus Jada Parker after losing a match to Nia Jax and before losing a second match to Jada Parker. It was very interesting how they decided to let that one go. They just 50-50 Lash Legend and Jada Parker and did not insist on that feud continuing. They just said, okay, you each got one, goodbye. And now Lash Legend gets decided to insinuate herself into Kendal Gray's life and then beats her ass 6 ways from Sunday all over the ring and then loses to a flatliner, and that's it.
Lash should win with one really strong punishing move like she has, one power submission, and one spirited match between her and Kendal Gray. You know what I mean? There should be one where it's just I put my opponent in the ground, I put the next opponent in the ground as a warning shot to Kendal Gray, and then you face Kendal Gray and you have a competitive match. I just want simple stuff like that. That's all. Lash should feel somewhat protected on the show, and it doesn't feel like she has the wins to back up how dominant they present her as.
There's no reason why you couldn't have Lash be dominant against Ren Sinclair in the week before she faces Kendal Gray, and then Kendal Gray puts her in a place. You could do that. Because let me tell you something, they ain't pushing Ren Sinclair anytime soon, so you might as well get some heat for the heel who beats her up. Can I tell you who else they ain't pushing anytime soon?
This chat, it takes barely any effort and the smallest bit of thought. A squash win takes 2 minutes of TV time, man. That's all. But yeah, we could talk about the Ren Sinclair stuff and how it includes a group of people that are perpetually over and never get pushes.
The another person who would be over if they ever got a push, but they are not doing anything with them because that person's name is Thea Hale. And now Thea Hale has been off of NXT television for a long time, and now she's on Evolve. But whoops, she's back in NXT for a second because there's Chelsea Green and Ethan Page talking backstage about something about how they're facing Mr. Iguana and a lady whose name I do not remember, apologies, for the Triple I Mixed Tag Championships. And so they talk about how they're going to win those, and then Ethan's going to be a double champ and all that kind of stuff. And then they're just standing there by some refuse bins, some garbage cans, and in the background walks past Thea Hale, and she just turns her head and says, "I believe is your Hendry." And then he pops up out of a garbage can, which is basically a better place than not for Joe Hendry at this point in how they are using him, because it is trash. But he says some stuff. What did he say? He said we could be worried less about winning those titles and win the next match instead. And apparently Paige says we don't take advice from people who pop out of garbage cans, which is probably a good idea to not do that.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to have
him and Oscar the Grouch. Like Ethan Page doesn't need that kind of negativity.
Yeah, it looks, because they leave, and then Thea Hale comes back and wheels Joe Hendry off screen. So is it going to be Joe Hendry and Thea Hale randomly put together to lose to Ethan Page and Chelsea Green as a tune-up for their mixed tag Triple I championship match?
It's really frustrating to me the way that, like, Thea Hale had a ton of momentum before she got injured, and they had her come back and not do much of anything, and now she's on Evolve. Like, I don't know if it's a thing where she needs to kind of work her way back, because that was a very serious injury, but I thought she was going to come back and, like, be right in that women's mid-card picture, and she just, they didn't make a creative effort to push that, and it feels like they don't know what to do with her outside of the Chase U picture, and I feel like it's actually pretty obvious. So that's probably what we're gonna get, because it'll be like a little personalities matchup or whatever. But I feel like NXT is just waiting for Joe Hendry's contract to run out and to sign him and then push him, because he's just been doing a whole bunch of nothing as far as like meaningful programs on the show, but doesn't stop them from doing that with other TNA talent.
So their mixed tag match for the Triple I championships is this Sunday. So it is actually before next week's NXT. So I have no idea what any of this means, except unless they're gonna win them, which they probably are, because WWE. So they're gonna win those. This is it. Obviously, this makes perfect sense to me. I'm ignoring whatever happened over there. I'm ignoring it because I got to make a point here. So they're going to have the Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. They're going to win the mixed tag matches. They're going to win the mixed tag titles in Triple I. And then they're going to defend those Triple I mixed tag titles. They're going to defend them at Gold Rush at the theater at Madison Square Garden against Joe Hendry and Thea Hale. I have sussed it out. Now, Captain Caveman is here, and so we will talk to him.
Hello. Who is this?
He's Shane.
All right.
That is a fantastic he used the trimmer, the beard trimmers. I've never seen them work so fast.
We used to have a sponsor for such things, but not anymore. So
not anymore. Why would you have that? That's crazy.
I'm a little concerned because, like, we've traveled afar when I'm like the normal one, and I have a puppet sitting in my
Dusty.
Hey, who's that over there? That Terry Funk?
You say that you're the greatest NWA World Champion of all time.
That's because it's true, baby.
You've got the bionic elbow, but I've got an answer for that. I'll move.
Touche. When he's right, that is a game plan if I ever heard one. Whew, boy.
Who was that? Seriously, I have no idea what's going on. But mostly just just appear on this particular show. I'm not sure who that was. Anyway,
You're the one that haunted us.
I thought that was Terry Funk, but he's up here, so I don't. Did Terry Funk possess a friend of yours? That crazy Terry Funk. Ha ha! Saying I
It's
suck
hard
eggs.
times.
I don't
hard
suck
times.
eggs. That's crazy talk. It was a Harley race. That didn't look like no Harley race. I look more like Dusty Rhodes than that looked like Harley race.
You look like Bob Ross. Let's calm down.
That the joke is inherent in how much I don't look like Dusty Rhodes, you understand? But I look more like Dusty Rhodes than that guy looked like Harley race.
I don't know. You both look not at all like the people that you were supposedly possessed / portraying. It was Harley Race. Read an effing book. There you go.
Harley race is up here somewhere too. Harley!
That did not
I'm
look
not
like
actually,
Harley Race.
I'm not actually in heaven. When I get back there, after I am dispossessed of this podcaster and return to wrestler heaven, I will find Harley Race and ask him if he possessed a podcaster's boss to come, who is himself also a part-time podcaster, to come in and more often a scoopster.
That's part-time. That's what I always say.
That's right. That part-time. He full-time scoopster, part-time podcaster.
You want to hear a fun little mix-up that I had with Sean, who that definitely wasn't today?
Yes, sure.
Sean had said 2 days ago he was going to be out tomorrow. And I saw that message today and was like, do you need coverage for the post-show tomorrow? And he was like, LOL, no, why? And I was like, oh, read it for the wrong date. And he was like, I mean, I'll take a night off. And I was like, I can't jump in right now. So
that's right.
He is running from the grind.
So C. Delgado says, LOL, what did I turn on? Hold on. I think there was a thing. Here we go. Wait,
Hell if I know.
So Cyclo will have it as an explanation for you. Dusty, that's me, Dusty, the ghost of the possessed Alexi the puppet, that is me, over the weekend, and now Alex got an exorcism performed on said puppet to get the ghost out of him. But now Dusty is possessing the one podcaster named Alex. That is the explanation for any of you who have tuned in almost an hour into this podcast and we're still going strong, baby. This is the explanation for what is going on. There was a puppet, that was me, who was possessed by the ghost of Dusty Rhodes on Saturday, also on Monday. But then I was exorcised the ghost out of the puppet, and now the puppet is now the podcaster is now possessed.
She looks possessed right now.
She
I
does.
hope she's not possessed.
No, because you are famously not a fan of ghosts and goblins and demons and possessions.
Not a fan, especially like in real life. I don't even like movies about them, but
yeah. So that's it. Sure. Also, yeah, MD Cyclo says, Sia just bought the actual PC. Cut her some slack. Did you see the joke about that? How
yes.
She wanted to start a Twitch channel, but then she realized that she could not just buy a monitor; she had to buy a PC.
I did, and it concerned me for the future of our children.
I can afford that. And then a few weeks later, she just tweeted out, "I bought the PC," and then heart symbols. And a lot of people who did not see the first tweet were very confused about the second tweet and were like, "How much are you paying Sia Hale? Did she have a rich uncle who just kicked the bucket?"
I was gonna say, like, I would understand why Jasmine Nix was upset if Thea Hale was making enough that she could buy the entire PC.
Well, that's why they can't afford to pay Jasmine Nix, is because Thea Hale has the best agent in the history of sports entertainment.
Evidently.
Cyclo says we can't get an NXT match on TV because we need a speed title and Triple I and Evolve and TNA.
It's too much.
There's too much. There's entirely too much. I give it one more season before they actually come out with an LFG title. And the winner
that's definitely happening.
And the winner of LFG every season will get the LFG title, and they can trade it in at any time for a shot at the NXT title, men's or women's. That's how they're gonna use it.
Please don't give them ideas.
That's how they're gonna do it, though. I understand how they work. Okay, so so here, this is not ideal. So see, we see Tatum in the back skipping around. Here comes Lola. Hey, thanks for definitely not forcing it to land on my name when you spun the wheel. It was entirely random. It's so good that I happen to already be in my gear so we can have our match. She said, I'm so happy for you winning the title, and now thanks to you, I'm so happy to finally be getting a title shot. You know, apart from that one I got last month. She does say finally be getting an honest title shot because Lainey ruins the one she had last month. But still, this would mean so much more if it was somebody who also does not get a lot of title shots. Like, I don't know, Thea Hale, who has not had one since like 2023, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, on the main roster, they had Jade Cargill be like, finally, I'm coming for my spot. I'm not waiting
It's
anymore.
my
And I was,
time.
it's my time. I'm not waiting around anymore. And I was like, you're
other
always in the title picture.
The other 8 recent times were very not my time. I had 8 times facing Tiffany Stratton for the women's title, including house shows. I lost all those, but those were not my time. This is my time, and that's hard time.
Nailed it.
So,
this kind of felt like that to me. I was like, it's not like it's been so long.
thank you so much, says Lola, for spinning the wheel and making the deal on my name. But this is very hard for me to tell you this, but I'm going to beat you for the title. And Tatum says, I love you, Lola. However, I am going to beat you for this title. And then Izzy comes in and says, is there a problem here? And Lola says, no. And then Lola says, then Izzy says, hey, maybe don't rev up Lola before your match, because that seems like a bad idea. And then this is one of, I believe, the 12 times they showed us film of Ricky Saints and Trick Williams brawling in the ring from the beginning of the show. They showed that to us about a dozen times. But then
that's 12 times.
That's 12 times. That's a baker's dozen at least. So Tavion Heights and Myles Borne had a match.
They did.
But before they had that match, they had some tickety-talkies. Some ticky-talkies about, I don't know what they're Snapchats or Instagrams or ticky-talkies. I don't know what they do. But Myles Borne was wearing a hoodie talking about Tavion Heights and, you know, how I respect you, but I'm going to have to beat you because there can be only one, because apparently this is Highlander. But then there was a second ticky-talkie with Tavion Heights in it, and he was holding a fishing rod for some reason. Like, I'm sure in the unedited ticky-talkie, there was some context that was missing from the edited version, where we know why he is crouching, crotch in front of the camera with a fishing pole. But there was no context for that in the edited version that we saw. So it was just a camera level with his bulging crotch as he wears nothing but spandex shorts while fishing, presumably. We do not know what was behind the camera. We can only assume it was a body of water. Perhaps Tavion Heights is in the habit of walking around carrying a fishing rod at landlocked locations. We don't know. We can only surmise.
I was just glad that they incorporated something that wasn't like on the show into the program. You know what I mean? Finally, we have something from the outside world brought onto NXT.
Yes.
This was weird, but it happened.
Indeed.
That's all I got to say.
So Tavion Heights and Myles Borne have a match, and it is a good match because they are good wrestlers. But for some reason, somebody allowed Josh Briggs, who hates both of these men, to sit at commentary and contribute nothing to the discussion. And then he stood up at one point, and Tavion Heights smacked him in the mouth. And then they continued to wrestle. And Myles Borne did a reversal or something into a roll up and pinned Tavion Heights, and was like, "Hey, I won." And Tavion's like, "Yeah, you did. Perhaps if I was not distracted by a guy at ringside wearing two vests who never should have been there in the first place, then perhaps everything would have been fine and I would have won. But I will give you your props." But then Tavion Heights is pulled out of the ring by Josh Briggs. Looks like that is the feud between those two that will continue. Myles Borne is standing there, and here comes Tricky Williams with a chair to hit Myles Borne in the back with it for not really any reason at all. And then he gets on the mic again, and here comes Ricky Saints to fight with him. If you're thinking, didn't they already do this? The answer is yes. They already did a brawl around ringside, but let us do it a second time. Spoiler alert, this is not the last time they will do a brawl around ringside between Trick Williams and Ricky Saints, because this episode of NXT that is happening very close to Halloween is actually Groundhog Day themed for some reason, if you will.
Sure. And I will. Match was very good. I would like to see more from Tavion Heights, like match-wise. I just want to see him wrestle a lot more.
Well, congratulations, because you're going to get to see him versus Josh Briggs either 1, 2, or 12 times. There is nothing in between. That's it. That's all we got to do for you and Josh Briggs.
1, 2, 12, or hard times.
Well, yes.
That's the way that goes. I will say if I had to put money on it, I would lean toward 12 times.
I would lean toward it as well.
But why would I put my money on something so silly when I could put money?
Everyone knows you cannot bet on wrestling.
Dusty, oh my gosh. You're not going to believe this, but
I'm not going to believe it.
Here on planet Earth, you can bet on wrestling.
What?
Yeah, at MyBookie AG.
MyBookie AG. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, including pro wrestling. If you're watching this show, there's probably a pretty good opportunity that you have a little bit of insight on the pro wrestling world. You boys have hit a lot of lock picks over the last couple years. I know many of you have as well. If you think you know more than the average wrestling fan, head over to mybookie.ag. Get a $50 bonus with a $100 deposit or a $100 bonus with a $200 deposit with the code FIGHTFUL. It doesn't stop there. There's UFC. There's tons of other sports. There's live casino. There's table games. They're providing you the best experience from the best. Use that code FIGHTFUL at mybookie.ag. Only bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But head over there. Check out their bonus offers. Check out all the great opportunities they have for you at MyBookie AG.
Could have made some money this weekend if you bet on Miss Lyra. She was an underdog over there. So I'm just saying, you can win some money with MyBookie AG. They are going to be with us for a while longer. They locked in with us for a little bit. So thank you for making it worth it for them to stick around. We appreciate that from you guys. They are a tremendous partner to us. We appreciate you showing love to them as always. Also, genuinely phenomenal social media following. Like, they are very silly with their graphics. And if there's anything that we are, it is supportive of other people being silly. So we love that. But MyBookie AG, and hey, when you win all that money with MyBookie AG, you know what you can spend it on? FightfulSelect.com, best $5.99 in the biz. Some exciting developments coming up there too. hearing some hot rumors down the stretch about ways that we are going to maximize your dollar on Fightful Select. So I'm just saying you're going to want to be subscribed headed into 2026. Also, Fightful Awards, which I mentioned, if you want to sponsor here, $100 category, no big deal. I get a commission. Email me, buy it. It's a voting privilege thing on FightfulSelect.com too, which honestly, Dusty, I appreciate because I think it keeps some of the riffraff out. That it's people that are subscribed, because I think we have a very smart fan base, and our subscribers obviously care enough about wrestling to pay for wrestling news. So I look, we got Megan saying just renewed for a year because I'm not missing the Fightful Awards. Well, thank you so much. It is genuinely really fun because we have your standard stuff, best wrestler of the year, best storyline of the year stuff, but we also have like commentator of the year, gear of the year, hater of the year, which Alex and I didn't win, but whatever. We should. But it is a fun thing to participate in. I think we have a balanced approach, and it's a lot of fun. So subscribe to FightfulSelect.com. Good stuff on the way. Good stuff on the way down the stretch here. Also, and then I'll stop plugging our own stuff and we'll get back to business. But for literally years, Sean and what shouldn't be a team of people, but was a team of people, have worked so hard to get our Facebook monetized. Like, the process that it was is insane, but it finally happened. I know it's become boomer book a little bit, but it does help us quite a bit if you follow us on Facebook. It was a ridiculous process. People that you guys aren't even aware of that work for Fightful, like behind the scenes people that help with like like operations and accounting stuff had to get involved. It was such a nightmare. It finally happened. We're so excited to have that for our social team. And because of that, because there's more of an incentive to be posting things, we're going to be adding a lot more content over there as well. So you're getting differentiation in our social presence a little bit more. Jimmy Hurt paid someone off. I heard did pay someone off, but yelled at someone on the phone for like 2 hours as a part of all of this.
Was it Mark Zuckerberg? Because I hope it was Mark Zuckerberg. He deserves to be yelled at constantly.
No, what's embarrassing is we thought it was, but it was Jesse Eisenberg who played him in the social network. So it was just like very misguided anger, which we felt terrible about, but it all got straightened out. Jesse was like, I can text Mark, and we fixed it. But
that's good.
But yeah, so some good things happening on the social side. We appreciate everybody's support on the old boomer book as she were, but some good things.
Great. That's good. That's good.
We're going to have a real good time over there.
Fantastic.
Huh? See what I did there? Like reels.
T-Dedrick Mayhem says, wait, if Alexi is himself, Dusty is Alex, then where is the actual Alex? Is he in wrestler heaven? Did he possess the dumpster fire? Help me. I'm stuck in here.
Oh, no.
Please help me.
Oh no, Alex, we have to get you out.
I don't know where I am. It's so hot.
No.
It's so
I'm
hot.
so sorry. Alex, you're in the dumpster fire.
It's so hot in here, and it smells like Triple H's booking.
Oh no.
No. It's
Did you
okay.
see he-
I'll get him out of there tomorrow. Maybe tonight if he's lucky.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Hey, Triple H was a part of that like 27-part vignette of people walking.
That was great, wasn't it? It was so great that everybody walking, and they're walking into a poker room. God, that is a great metaphor. And isn't it great? It's so subtle. The metaphor of a poker game for something, anything happening in Vegas. No one's ever thought of that before. Bang up job, Triple H. That was also, you know what? I thought was so humble of him to make sure he was front and center on the poster. because not even Vince McMahon
Especially
would say,
because
hey,
he hates attention.
he hates the spotlight so much, so it must have been so hard for him to agree to be at the head of the table on that poster. Also standing next to Paul Heyman, who I don't know, but also isn't it? You know what's fantastic is that the if you add up the ages of the 4 wrestlers sitting around the table, it's 702. That's how old. If you add all their ages together, that's how old they are. No women, because obviously, according to Triple H, women don't play poker. It's something to do with their very fragile constitutions. The vapors would get them immediately.
Oh my gosh,
they tried
no.
to bluff.
We got sandwiches to make during that.
Honestly, get back in the kitchen where everyone knows poker is not played. Women are not allowed at the poker table. Just men over 40. That's all it is.
Well, it's not like, what? Like Rhea Ripley, some sort of superstar?
Definitely no. That's the best part is that she wasn't we would use you, Rhea. However, this big star Brock Lesnar is here, and all the amazing. We did such good numbers on WrestlePalooza. Anywho, so we're gonna move past that, and we'll get Tatum Paxley does her same entrance again, but this time for her match with Lola Vice, and so she was wrestling the match, this always felt like there was not going to be a conclusive finish. But then, about 2/3 through the match time, they showed Jacy Jayne and Laney Reed and Fallon Henley walking into the building, all pissed off about something, and we're like, well, they're obviously going to come to the ring and stop the match from happening. Then they waited 2 minutes before that happened, and I was like, you already showed us. As though we were looking into a crystal ball. We all saw the ending of this match. And then you decided to have them wrestle for 2 more minutes before the obvious thing happened. They came to the ringside. They threw Izzy Dame into the barricade. They beat up Lola Vice and Tatum Paxley. And they had to call the match off because of disqualifications and interference and so forth. And then later, we've told it next week. Next week, it's going to be the Fatal Influencers against Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, and Lola Vice. Giving a perfect opportunity for Izzy Dame to turn on Tatum Paxley, which she won't, because they're going to spin this out till January for some reason. That's how long it's going to take for Izzy Dame to turn on Tatum Paxley, because either things happen too fast or way too far in the future. Never at the time they're supposed to happen. So, that'll be fun.
That's a long time, as I always say.
That's a long time.
That's long times. Yeah, I mean, this is the way the story's supposed to go, kind of. Like that's fine. Izzy was clearly going to turn on her in the match where she won, and now she has even more motivation to do so. My thing is, what is the culling without one of those two? You know what I mean? Like it would feel weird if Lyra stayed in it and Izzy Dame left, because Izzy's been kind of like
Paxley, because I know she and Lyra are very
oh my
close.
gosh.
But
Lyra will probably be back.
Lyra will probably just show up and be Tatum's friend while on another show also having another story, because they can't seem to get away from doing that. But yeah,
I meant my poor taters, my tater girl. Yeah, I feel like her breaking out of the culling is fine, but then the culling is just back to kind of who they started with. And if Izzy isn't in the culling anymore because Lyra has gold and they would want to, oh my God, because Tater has gold and they would want to hold on to Tater. Like Izzy has felt kind of like the glue of that group from like a presence perspective. So I don't know what becomes of that group, but
yeah, no, I don't think they have thought that far in advance, as evident by the gestures at everything. they don't think that far in advance ever. So the thing they have thought that most in advance of is a poster and a commercial for a thing happening 6 months from now. And this is true. If you would, the get-in price for WrestleMania right now is the only combo tickets are available, so you got to go both nights. The worst ticket in the building, $694. That's the worst ticket. That is last row of the upper deck, view obstructed. $694 for 2 nights. So pinch your pennies.
Watching it on the screen anyway is pretty wild.
Pinch your pennies, everybody, and make sure you clear both days because you can only do both. Anyway, Blake Monroe's in a bathtub, and she is vaguely evil, but only sometimes in cutaway shots. Most of the time, she's very glamorous, but occasionally they'll cut away, and she will have fiend lighting and running mascara, and she will look very evil. So you never know what you're gonna get. She's like a box of chocolates.
Know what I realized? She has
Yep.
the lighting of which Prince music video is it? There's like I'll have to fax.
There's lots of Prince music videos. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but
it's the same like silhouette lighting thing. I'll have to fax it to Wrestler Heaven. It looks exactly like it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, let me know when you figure it out. Fax me.
I will. And I don't like when new champions aren't on the show the next day. Like properly.
But she was on the show because she was in a bathtub. I mean, that's how they do things.
She was in a bathtub. She wasn't on the show.
But what is she gonna do? Come out to the ring and say, "Hey, I won," and then somebody comes out and says, "I challenge you for that"? That's crazy talk. No, she sat in the bathtub and she says, "I will defend my title at Madison Square Garden, the theater in Madison Square Garden, on either the 18th of November or the 25th of November, one of the two, but that is the next time you will see me. I'm Blake Monroe, and I'm in a bathtub."
What a sign-off line.
That's what you should say at the end. You know how Orange Cassidy used to say, "I'm Orange Cassidy, I do not have a catchphrase"?
Yes.
I'm Blake Monroe, and I'm in a bathtub. That's what you should say at the end of every vignette.
Hi, Luis.
Hello, Luis. It's a long story, baby.
Okay, so here it was. He possessed me during the Saturday show, possessed the puppet. It was a pup-session. A puppet-session, a possession, but the pup-session. And so then then it was also possessed. I was also possessed last night on the post-Raw show. And then we did an exorcism, and we got the ghost of Dusty Rhodes out of me. But then I went into me. So that's how it works.
I better not be next.
I don't know how far the spirit can travel. If it can travel like 1,000 miles from the Midwest to New Jersey before it has to like find itself in another corporeal form, but I'm not sure. We'll find out.
She's scared.
I mean, I understand. It's scary. It's kind of scary. I mean, it's not as scary as you'd think, but yes, it's fine. NXT Anonymous is snooping on Javon Evans as he is FaceTiming with Leon Slater. And he's like, "Hey, Leon, wow, tonight has been crazy. Trick Williams is a big sore loser and can't stop wanting to fight Ricky Saints." And then Tatum actually found the wheel and made a deal to face Lola Vice. And Leon Slater says, "Oh wow, bruv, that's crazy." And then he says, let us both try to find out if we can have tag title matches on our respective brands. Okay, sounds like a plan. And then Javon Evans gets walked up on by Dark State, Fox State, and they say how we don't like you, and I believe, unless I very much misunderstood NXT Anonymous's camera work, Saquon Sugars is going to face Javon Evans in a one-on-one match. And although we already know the ending of that, the 6 minutes they are actually allowed to wrestle should be a lot of fun.
I would like to see that be like 12 minutes and clean. It will not be, but that's okay. Miss Kate Felt said she knows who NXT Anonymous is. So coming soon to her own Patreon will reveal the identity.
Well, that's a major scoop.
I'm a scoopster.
I mean, that guy who was here before was a fraudster. He wasn't a scoopster. This is a
Oh my gosh. He was an air quotes journalist.
That's right. So Ruca and Zarya are walking in the back. Kitty Kincaid says, "Hey, just a word about what's going on with everything." And then Zarya says, "I'm entering the speed tournament. I'm going to win that title back for you." Zarya's plan is to win the speed tournament and then give the speed title back to Sol Ruca, because they have decided this woman has no thoughts about her own progression as a wrestler. She wants nothing that helps her out. She exists only to further the ambitions of Sol Ruca. Sounds great.
What? Yeah, I am not a fan of this because the whole angle was built so that Zarya was getting jealous of Sol Ruca's titles, and now that Sol Ruca is injured, she has some guilt complex about it. Like, she should be viewing those as opportunities to get titles for us, not to give back to her, right? Like, to sow the seeds a little bit more. So
what's going to happen is that Zarya is going to lose in the finals of the speed tournament, and then
Correct.
Sol Ruca is like, "This is the second time you have cost me a title," and Zarya is going to be like, "But wait, I thought we were in love," and then Sol Ruca is going to hit her with a crutch because they're going to turn Sol Ruca heel, and I don't know why, but that sounds so stupid. This is a terrible idea.
It's not great. I can tell you that much.
I mean,
I'll say this. If by some chance Zarya won, she might be the one wrestler that could make me really like this speed thing, because her just wrecking people in 4 minutes could be really, really fun.
Anyway, so then they're having an interview and also having an actual very important moment about Zarya's strategy for the speed tournament. And here come JC and Lainey and Fallon, and they say, "Shut up, you guys!" And Sol Ruca and Zarya go, "Okay," and walk away. And they just leave. Like, yes, you have walked up, interrupted us, and insulted us to our faces, and we shall just take it and walk away. And then JC's like, I didn't work so hard to have my title lost so fast. Okay, you lost though. So
you also okayed the idea. So
yeah, this is not okay. So anyway, you better stay out of my way, Izzy and Lola. Tatum, I'm coming for that title. I'm gonna get it back. So next week they're having the 6-woman tag, and then sometime at Gold Rush it's gonna be a rematch of Tatum and JC. So we're just gonna run this. We're gonna run everything back, like what Jey Uso does at the end of his entrance. We're gonna run it back.
You know why they're doing this? Dissension!
Oh, dissension in the ranks. I understand.
Yeah. This is going to be where Fallon turns on her, I think.
So Easy is turning on Tatum Paxley at some point. we just saw, spoiler alert, Kelani Jordynne turn heel tonight. So if Fallon turns on JC, is Fallon a face or is Fallon a heel?
Oh, good question.
Please don't do the thing where heels turn on another heel and that makes the heel they turned on into a baby face automatically.
Yeah,
Like
we
they're
don't want
gonna do
that.
with Seth Rollins. Please don't do that. That is bankrupt creativeness. Please don't.
I agree. Do we not have Big Mistake in our thing anymore?
Did they? Oh no! Did they take them out?
Oh no, she's right at the front.
Okay, they're good. There we
That
go.
would be a big mistake.
That's a big mistake.
It's a big
It's
mistake.
I don't know what's a bigger mistake.
Look at this diva and her
let me
tiny hat. That's a Jericho hat right there. Look how tiny.
Look how tiny that hat is, but look how big and beautiful those pumps are.
Oh,
My
I
God,
know.
those are like 5-inch heels. She is strutting her stuff.
She has meat. Normus must love her.
I mean,
Right?
honestly, look at
I would
that.
think.
That is a cut of meat.
I love her purse. I feel bad that she has no hands. Just an arm on her
Well,
hip.
they're there. They're just really tiny.
Oh, all right. Well,
They're incredibly
it's a tough
tiny
way to go
hands.
through the world.
It's rough. It's hard for her to get the clasp on her pearl necklace to work
Close.
with the tiny hands. Or
Her
I don't know how
lashes,
she
though.
does. I don't know. She must
Serve
have
them.
those lashes professionally done because there's no way with those tiny hands she could do
No.
those lashes every morning. You know. Oh, I forgot to mention that Blake Monroe, who was in a bathtub, was also doing her makeup, and that was the obligatory Maybelline product placement of the week.
I wouldn't recommend actually doing your makeup in a bathtub.
But that
Get
Blake
milked right off.
Monroe would beg to differ.
She would.
Anyway,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
then they show again another. Let us reminisce about a thing that happened 25 minutes ago. It's Trick and Ricky fighting each other. So then we get the TNA Knockouts title match: Kelani Jordynne and Jordynne Grace. And this is one of those things that it is well wrestled. But if you tell me, you know what would you like to watch Jordynne Grace face Kelani Jordynne at 100% or 50%? I would say 100% because that would be more fun. But she does a thing with her knee, and then she makes a mistake, and then Kelani pounces on it, and she just works the knee the entire match. It is a good match, and I'm watching it going, they're not going to put the title back on Jordynne Grace. That seems very odd that they would do that. But also, I don't know how you just wrestle this match just all the way to a finish where Kelani pins Jordynne Grace. That seems bad as well without something happening. And on cue, Ricky Haynes and Trick Williams start brawling down the ramp, flanked by at least 25 security men. And then the match continues with the referee waving his arms like that's going to stop anything. And then here comes Trick and Ricky, and they're brawling in the ring. And I'm like, if you motherfuckers decide you're going to come in the ring and ruin this title match main event for the ladies, that is not all right. I'm not okay with that. I'm sorry to use foul language, pardon my French, but it belongs here. That's how I feel about it. But they did not. They somehow brawled to the outside and allowing Kelani Jordynne time to consider hitting Jordynne Grace with the title. And then, no, I'm not going to do that. Jordynne Grace hits a big move for 2. And then the referee is distracted for, I believe, the 4th time in 45 seconds. Then she gets the title belt, and this time she actually uses it, hitting Jordynne Grace right between the eyes with the title belt, and knocks her cold and wins the match with a belt shot, turning heel in the process. So now they have decided what we are going to do is what worked out so well for us before, you understand, is when Trick Williams was the TNA champ and a big heel and everybody in TNA hated him, that worked out pretty well for us, we think. So what we're gonna do now that we put the title on Mike Santana and he's a big babyface in TNA, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn babyface Kelani Jordynne heel as a Knockouts champion, so she can strut her stuff in TNA, and everyone over there can hate her. And that's what we're gonna do.
Nobody in TNA really cares that she's the champion. Like, none of them are lining up for contendership shots. So
they're going
I
to
think
now
it's fine.
because she's hateable. That's the thing. It's because they thought, well, we can't have everybody like, we don't like you. We don't want you here. Because Kelani Jordynne was getting that same exact treatment in NXT, and that would just make it seem like she was the victim of bullying. So they said, hey, let's turn her into a bully. And then when everybody in TNA says, we don't like you, we don't want you here, all the audience will go, that is a good decision on your part. And so we will root for you to take the title away from Kelani Jordynne. And we'll just run back all the same basic storylines we did with Trick Williams with Kelani Jordynne, because we have no other ideas, because we are creatively bankrupt.
They just had a showdown between the two brands that was started over NXT holding all of their gold hostage, and they can't bother to send challengers while the show is on a break doing clip shows. Invasion ankles always go so bad.
So somehow all of the stuff happening ringside did not cause a no contest, and Kelani Jordynne.
By the way,
what's happening?
here's my complaint with the actual match. Why did you go so far out of your way to protect Jordynne Grace with the knee injury angle if you were going to have like 5 different ref bumps or like distractions? Like, how many ways do you have to protect her? Like, pick a story and tell it.
Pick a way that you can protect somebody. And they said, is it possible we could use like the shields from Star Trek, the Star Trek Enterprise? We could use shield. They could protect her that way. Is it possible you could have like a pit bull follow her around as a guard dog? That will also protect her. Everybody needs to be protected at all times. So that's how that works.
That was an overabundance of that. It got really, really exhausting, because if you were going to do the ref stuff, you could have just had a competitive match. If you were going to do the injury angle, you could have just had Kelani beat her. Like, I actually like the story of, I know you're injured and I'm going to attack it anyway for a heel turn. Like, just being too vicious because you're trying to keep your title is a great heel turn. Like, it doesn't have to always be so dramatic like that. But both performers did fine with it. I'm starting to think Ricky Saints and Trick Williams don't really get along.
Oh yeah, but that's true. I wanted to focus on something. My boy did something out of character that is trying to be swept under the rug as though it is not a problem. He was having a match that he decided he wanted to have somehow for the title while he was wearing a 3-piece suit against Drew McIntyre a few weeks ago, and hit Drew McIntyre in the face with his own title belt. And everyone was like, wow, Cody Rhodes showing some fire. But now Kelani Jordynne does the exact same thing to win a match. And everyone's like, Kelani Jordynne, that was uncalled for. I feel like if you use your own title belt to hit your opponent in the face, whether or not you get disqualified for it at the time, we should be consistent on whether or not we as a society frown upon that. Because
sure, but like Kelani was unprovoked. Like that to me is a little bit of a difference. I understand where you're coming from with that, especially when it's your own.
I'm just saying, I raised my boy better than that.
Of course,
I raised my boy better than that. To like, I'm gonna pick a fight, and while I am losing said fight, I will find a weapon and use it. That is not how you pick the fight. The fight is bare hands. That's how the fight is. If your opponent picks up a rock, then you can pick up a rock. But if you pick up the weapon after you started the fight, that is against the Marcus of Queensberry rules. I'll tell you that much, if you will.
Well, I think we all know how it went with him and The Rock. Him and The Rock did not have a good relationship. So
it's true.
So this
Hi, Lash.
thing, so on the outside, after the thing happening with Kelani and Jordynne Grace, Ricky Saints spears Trick Williams through a wall. Now, that was not a spear. That was, I'm going to put my shoulder into your gut, and we are both going to move in the same direction. And that was not a wall so much as it was some paper. And so they went through the paper, and everyone was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, because they're rubes. And so,
What are they?
Then, rubes. And so, Ava comes out and she says, okay, if you guys want to fight each other so much, then you are both suspended indefinitely without pay until we can get something straight around here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She does not do that. That would be simple and smart. She says, why don't you guys fight in 2 weeks? But this time you're going to fight until only one of you can stand. So it's the counting match. Everybody loves matches where the referee counts a lot.
Well, my favorite thing is the last one of these they did, somebody threw a fireball at another person and that still wasn't the blow off to the feud. So I don't know what we're doing with the stipulation.
They love doing last match because of course it's not the final match. There's only 2 of those. They're gonna have another one, a trilogy, right? Or we're just gonna end that like we ended Jada and Lash. Listen, I was thinking it's so unfair. They should have done a last man standing match for Halloween Havoc, so the referee could dress in costume as the Count from Sesame Street, and then every time that he counted, he could go 1, 2, 3, Although he probably should not do that around El Hijo de Dr. Wagner, because El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. would think you were saying the name of the promotion he works for.
Dusty, you are a cut up. I would love it if the Count did a last man standing match.
The special guest referees don't get much more special than the Count from Sesame Street.
Our dear Luis Polito saying, remember when they had Braun sweep the Von Wagner feud but had him stand tall because he was friends with Robert Stone? I do remember that.
That's right. That's it. That's everything. That's the whole deal. So
we got some chats though.
Do we have in 3 weeks? In 3 weeks is the NXT Gold Rush, but in 2 weeks we are doing.
Well, it's a 2-week special.
I understand, but 3 weeks from now is the first episode, and 4 weeks from now is the second episode. 2 weeks from now, we are doing the finals of the Speed Tournament, and we are doing Ricky Saints and Trick Williams in a last man standing match. Why not just push those off a week or two and have them be on the Gold Rush? Like, are we finding a new challenger for Ricky Saints after Trick Williams?
Or Femi shows back up there.
is Trick Williams winning the last man standing match, and then Ricky Saints says, I'm a sore loser, and he gets a match at Gold Rush? Is that how that works?
Probably Trick will do something over the line. But I don't know. I don't know what to make of any of that, quite frankly. So we'll see. That I think there's too many things going on the show. That's what I think. That's we had 3 champions coming out of Halloween Havoc, and today we had 2 speed titles and an evolved title match. Like, it's too much stuff. So when you're like, this is happening in a few weeks, why don't we have it happen on the big Gold Rush show? It's because we have all this other stuff that still has to happen. So it's just too many things. It's too many things, Dusty. Not a fan.
It's too many things, obviously.
It's too much stuff.
All right, so we have some puns. Should we read
Are you
some
familiar
puns?
with this part of the show?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you can do. Yeah, sure. Oh wait, Ryan Cicchini says, very excited to watch more Kendal and Lash matches. They are perfect pairing. The potential is massive. Think with this with Lash last NXT match. I want them to wrestle again, but different because this was not fun to watch.
Yeah, Kendall has to adjust. Like she has to be like, all right,
Kendall
even
has
though
to-
I got to win, I got my ass kicked for most of that match. So here's how I adjust.
I don't want to see, just because you are smaller than the person you are currently wrestling does not make you into a child.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. Orion Band says 2-person, 2 puppet, 1 ghost power trip. Louisville says Bronc Ghostbusters.
Very nice.
That's very good. Tom the Valley says Dr. Frank and Mortos Esquire.
I love that. Well played.
That's good. Very good. Let's see here. Hold on. Ryan Chiquini says, feels like they know a trick call-up is coming, but have no idea when, and they want him on TV, so they're just
Feels
going in
that
cycles.
way.
That sounds like that could be the way it's going. Wouldn't it be great, though, if Hunter would call his best friend Sean and be like, hey, we have plans because we're good at this. We know when we want Trick, so don't use him anymore.
Unfortunately, he is more of the Dutch Vanderlyn type, where he just has plans that we never actually find out about.
Chris Pereira says the Montreal Scrooge is a good one. By the way, we are doing not only Halloween puns, but also in honor of tonight's NXT being more like Groundhog Day than it is like Halloween. We are also doing Bill Murray puns. So here we go.
You're forcing it.
Tom Navali says, what about Cowboy Bob Orton? What about Bob? It's a great movie. Very good movie. I like that movie a lot. So here we go. Charlie's Angelico. Bill Murray was indeed in Charlie's Angels. Let's see. Here we go. Louisville, back to Halloween. Learning Treehouse of Horror. The Learning Tree was a house of horrors.
I was gonna say.
That
was enough of one.
Bill Murray also in Fantastic Mr. A.R. Fox.
I love that.
That was a good movie. I like that movie. I like the Wes Anderson. I like how he every movie he makes is the exact same, but also a lot of fun. Wes Anderson, he's good stuff. All right, here we go. Meet Norman says Trick or Yeet. Dia de los Beast Mortos. It's a new Groundhog Day. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Caddyshack like structure. And what about Bob Backlund and Candy Corn on the Jeff Cobb?
Very nice.
Oh, this is good. I am Chris Pereira says the Monuments Man. Somebody was just looking through Bill Murray's IMDb. You pull out a Monuments Man reference, you were just looking at the IMDb.
It's called doing research.
There's no shame in it.
Alex would never shame people.
No. Orion Band says the Ray Phoenixian scheme. What about Bobby Lashley? There's a lot of Bobs. That's good. Leo Rushmore, Isle of War Dogs, The Razor's Edge, and Lexus Kingpin, Loose Red Shoes, and Skypes. That's like scripts, but stripes.
Very nice. I like it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Meatballs Mahoney.
Mm-hmm.
What about Bob Backlund, Mandy Macho Kingpin Savage, The New Groundhog Day, and Ghost Spinebusters?
Very nice.
Louisville said Little Shop of Horace Hogan. Very good. Greg Cherry Brand says for Bill Murray movies, Rock the Big Casbah, Cradle Will Rock Bottom, and for Halloween, Pumpkin Handle Slam, Street Fright, Techno Scream 2000, Carlito Caribbean Ghoul, Gertie Zombie Nick Mysterio. Love you. We love you too.
Love you, Greg. Thank you. Fightful Award sponsor Greg Cherry, by the way. Be like Greg. Sponsor the Fightful Award.
Sponsor them Fightful Awards. Okay, so here we go.
We should do a Sour Graps Awards.
We
You
should
could
do a
host.
sour grab some. That sounds like a good idea. Maybe I will possess the podcast again for the hosting. I don't know. So here we go. Silver Apocalypse says Ghosty Rose. That's me. Jack o' Lantern Perry, the Great Pumpkin Kali, and Trick or Treat Williams.
Very nice.
The Cheetah Mayhem says the Royal Power Bombs, the Beast
Very nice.
Mortos Hotel.
I'm not gonna lie, way more Bill Murray ones than I thought there were gonna be.
Me Normus says, oh wait, that's a jukebox. We got that one. Here we go. Me Normus says the Headless Workhorseman, Frat House of Horror, Silence of Get These Hands, The Silence of the Get These Hands, Nightmare on Shane Helm Street, Get Outrunners, just get them out, and Beetlejuice Robinson.
Very nice. Those are great.
Okay,
Silence
so
of Get These Hands is really good.
Silence
That's
of the Get These Hands. And then Dorian Band said, "Does any TNA knockout care about their belt? Not really. Not now. Not at this point.
Not so much. No.
Did we do this one? Did I do the Razor Ramon Edge from C. Delgado? Eddie King Pingston, Dwayne on the Rocks Johnson, Stars and Stripes, Meatballs Mahoney, New Groundhog Day, if you will. Said with that, we gotta get another one here. Here we go. Killer Mayhem says Killer Crosses from Outer Space, Ghoulia Hart, B. Brian Blair Witch Project, Boo Boo Bigelow. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Grip Fabian, Paranorman Smiley Activity. And then, okay, that's good. All right. So, all right. There. So hold on here. I think that's everything, right? So we're gonna get rid of this. Then we got on the jukeboxes. But then
we did have a humper.
We got a humper chat
that I messaged you.
Oh, a humper chat jukebox. Oh well, I got to look at the humper chat jukebox. Okay, there are two of them in here.
There you go.
Well, I don't have a very good William Regal impression, so I'm gonna have to try that out. See if I can do that one, but I'll try it. So there's some good ones here for me. Dusty sings Supernova Girl by Protozoo. Don't know what it was. Here we go. The Puppets sing Wheel in the Sky by Journey. So let's see if I can find that one. I'm pretty sure I know it, but I'm going to do that one first. So then I can get rid of this puppet on my hand so I can type the rest of the songs in. Wheel in the Sky lyrics. Are you ready? Are you ready to contribute again?
If I must.
Who, me? Oh.
No, it's
Lexi,
me.
sorry.
I did
I'm
also.
screen lagged.
Is the puppet you there? Is the puppet you there as well or not? Or
I'm always here.
so I'm going to do the first verse and then the chorus and then you do as much as you want and then we stop. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The winter is here again, oh Lord. Haven't been home in a year or more. I hope she holds on a little longer. Set a letter on a long summer day, made of silver, not of clay. He sent a letter made out of silver. That you cannot just put a stamp on that. That's going to be very heavy. I think that is his problem. Perhaps that letter was returned to sender, and that's why his girl has not sent a letter back. I think I figured this problem out. Okay, hold on. Oh, I've been running down this dusty road. Dusty road!
Dusty Road.
Ooh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
I've been trying to make it home. Got to make it before too long. Oh, I can't take this very much longer, no. I'm stranded in the sleet and rain. Don't think I'm ever gonna make it home again. The morning sun's rising, it's kissing the day. A wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Thank you. Legend.
Tom the Valley wants Dusty. That's me. Tom the Valley wants That's me. I'm sorry. What happened? Something's breaking through. I don't like this. Perhaps somebody found another exorcist. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Dusty Things. Don't Bring Me Down by ELO. Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce. Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce. Lyrics. Okay, here we go. Okay. You got me running, going out of my head. You got me thinking that I'm wasting my time. Well, wait, you got me running, going out of my mind. I'm sorry. That did not rhyme. I'm going to start over again. You got me running, going out of my mind. You got me thinking that I'm wasting my time. Don't bring me down. No, 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 oh, no, oh, hoo. I'll tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down. You want to stay out with your fancy friends. I'm telling you, it's got to be the end. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. Woohoo. I'll tell you once more before I get off the floor. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down, Bruce. Don't bring me down, Bruce. Don't bring me down, Bruce. Don't bring me down. Now, the thing I don't understand about this is the lyrics here say gross. Who's gross? It's Bruce. Who's Bruce? I don't know who Bruce is, but I'm assuming that's what's bringing him down. Okay, here we go. One more thing. Here we got this Dusty Things, Supernova Girl by Protozoa. I don't know this one. Hold on. Supernova Girl lyrics by Protozoa. Okay.
Is that Kyle Fletcher?
Oh no, he's a proto star, not a protozoa.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
What? No, I'm sorry. No, that is not happening. This website wants to prove I am a human before they will show me the lyrics. It's just lyrics to a song, baby. It's not that crazy. Will this website show me the lyrics? Thank you. Zoom, 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 zoom. Stargazing mega fast, you hit me like a cosmic blast, giving me a technicolor world. Put at me an overdrive speed of light, I'm so alive, could you be my supernova girl? Interplanetary mega stellar hydrostatic, there's no gravity between us. Our love is automatic. Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl. Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl. Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl. And one more time. Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom, my supernova girl. Baby, daddy, if you will. All right, that's good. Now we got more here. Hold on. I gotta get all these out of here so I'm not confused by one we've already done. So that one did the pup. This is pun. Okay, one last one. There's here we go. So here, T-Electric Mayhem says wants Dusty to sing "Scary Song" by Wednesday's 13 Frankenstein drag queens from Planet 13. That seems like a long band title. Scary Song lyrics. I'm always so bad at spelling Wednesday. There's a D in there. Wednesday 13. Okay, let's see if that's in there. Oh, honestly. Oh, here we go. Scary song. There's something underneath your bed. Pull the sheets up over your head. You hear something? What was that? Boo. Afraid of things that go bump in the night? The candle in the pumpkin is the only light. So get ready for the fight of your life. Yeah. Baby, let you sing me a serious song. Put on your Halloween mask and sing along. It's a creature feature, baby. From dusk till dawn. That's easy for you to say. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. He walks tall and carries a butcher knife. The boogeyman only wants to take your life. You tell him off, he'll just come right back in part 2, boo. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. Put on your Halloween mask and sing along. It's a creature feature, baby. From dusk till dawn. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. That's hard times. Okay, now this is another one. This is a tough one here because Kid Electric Mayhem wanted me to sing that, but he also wants William Regal to sing the He Back, the Man Behind the Mask. Oh, so he Back, Man Behind the Mask lyrics. Hold on, lyrics. So we got them here. Oh, I don't want lyrics. I don't want lyrics and chords. Here we go. There he back. But see, I don't have a good William Regal impression, but I know somebody who does. If I can roust him out of his slumber. Hold on.
Alex!
I want everyone to
Come
know I'm
back
doing
to
this under
us.
protest. I don't like it. I don't like being in this dumpster, but I'm going to sing this. I don't even know how I'm looking at this because I'm in a dumpster. Oh, Gigi, ha ha ha. You're with your baby and you're parked alone on a summer night. You're deep in love, but you're deeper in the woods. You think you're doing all right. Did you hear that voice? Did you see that face? Or was it just a dream? This can't be real. That only happens, babe, on a movie screen. Oh, but he's back. He's the back behind the mask, and he's out of control. He's the man behind. He's the man in the mask. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The man behind the mask is also the man in the mask, and I miss him so. He's back. I wish he was back with me. He crawled out of his hole. I want you to crawl into my hole. Man in the mask, I miss you. War games. I don't know what that was all about. That was crazy.
It
There's
almost looked like you were possessed by Alex from the dumpster and we're doing the song.
I have
what it
no idea
looked
what you're talking about. That was a high degree of difficulty, and I think everyone should just appreciate me attempting it. So, Tom LaValle says, Ricky Rainbow sings I Can Make You a Man from Rocky Horror, but that's crazy. Hold on, I believe I'm about to lose my camera for a second. Yeah, see, my camera went out, and that's all that's happening right now. Definitely nothing else is happening. I can tell you what, but I fixed my camera, so it's fine. I'm back again. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
So
Ricky!
Ricky thinks, can I make you a man from Rocky Horror? All right.
Can you?
I can make you a man. Lyrics. So, a weakling weighing 98 pounds will get sand in his face when kicked to the ground, and soon in the gym with a determined chin, the sweat from his pores as he works for his cause will make him glisten and gleam, and with massage and just a little bit of steam, he'll be pink and quite clean. He'll be a strong man, oh honey, but the wrong man. He'll eat nutritious high protein and swallow raw eggs. Try to build up his shoulders, his chest, arms, and legs. Such an effort, if only he knew of my plan. In just 7 days, I can make you a man. You'll do press-ups and chin-ups, do the snatch, clean and jerk. He thinks dynamic tension must be hard work. Such strenuous living, I just don't understand when in just 7 days, oh baby, I can make you a man. Thank you. Where did Kate go? Oh no, Kate left. I don't know where Kate is, but I suppose it will. No, is she here? She come back? Kate, did you leave? There you are. That was odd, but you're back. You're not back. Well, but we're gonna lose.
My internet went bad right
over
at the
now.
end.
It's okay. So we're gonna
toodles.
say, keep cool, gabagoos. It was me the whole time.
Kind of.